Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I am in Astoria, Oregon, and if you're an 80s kid, you know exactly where I'm standing. I am in front of the Short Circuit house from the 1986 movie Short Circuit. This is Stephanie's house, and it's actually an Airbnb, and I asked the owner if I could have permission to metal detect the property, and he said totally, definitely. I also told him that, you know, anything I find I'd let him keep. And also, yeah, this house is built in the 1880s, so who knows what we're gonna find. I'm not really expecting to find any movie relics or anything like that. We'll do a walk around of the property. I'll show you what the owner told me about it, some hot spots that we're gonna focus on, and hope you guys enjoy the video. So as you can see, this is the house. And by the way, it is really awesome. It's like a museum in there. So if you're an 80s kid, you're gonna totally nerd out. It's so cool. So some of the places I want to detect, we look over here, right there, that little patch of shrubbery and stuff, that is where number 5 disassembled the Trans Am. And I thought that would have been a really cool place to detect, but that is not on the property. So unfortunately, we can't detect it. And also, movie crews are really good about cleaning up after themselves, especially on somebody else's property. So there's probably nothing there from the movie anyway, but that's okay. We have this entire property to metal detect. Right here is where Stephanie was against the fence looking up at number 5 when she first saw him. I think this sidewalk might be original and in the movie. And then from here up to, actually it went to there. There was a ramp that came across, which is not there anymore. But I think that sidewalk is original. I think this sidewalk is original. And also this round one is original. However, this area right here, this was all filled in with concrete since 1986. The house has been repainted to match the movie. Now, the owner took me for a tour of the house and the property, and he told me that when he was digging out this little staircase here, when he was building this, he found some old clay marbles and stuff. So we're definitely going to focus on this area. Behind this fence is another very interesting area. This little path right here, back in the 1800s, it was a wagon trail. And there was a name for it. I'll put it right here. It was named after that mansion in the movie The Goonies, which was also filmed here in Astoria. So we may go ahead and detect around here. This looks like it's been built up over the years, like they added material here. We might swing the detector back here, but I'm not expecting too much back here. But that's just some interesting history about what's behind the house. So this is pretty much the most recognizable part of the movie. A lot of the movie was filmed right here. Beasley the dog was right here. And Beasley the dog also chased number 5 right here, crashed through the balcony, and landed in a chicken coop right down here. Now you might notice right here, there's an old foundation. There was a house here, but in the 1960s, it was demolished. So this little shed was not here for the movie. That was built post 1986. But again, you can see the foundation here. And when the owner was clearing this out, when he first bought the property, he found this, the old original stairway to the old house. So as a metal detectorist, this is like a prime hot spot for metal detecting. The front yard is pretty big, and I only have a 6-inch coil, so I'm just gonna basically do a lot of cherry picking here. Let me show you guys the equipment that I have. I do have the Equinox 800 metal detector. This is great for coins and relics. It's also good on the beach. And I have the little 6-inch coil. I am going to be using golf tees, marking every target This is just an easy way to just mark all the targets first. Instead of carrying around my knife and digging every single target, I can mark everything and then dig it later. All right, this should be pretty awesome. No idea what I'm gonna find, but I'm gonna start detecting and marking targets. All right, so I started detecting just this front little portion of the yard from like here over to the gate. I got about 10 targets that I cherry picked. I didn't dig anything yet. I'm just using golf tees. You can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 10 of them out there. So I'll just go ahead and dig those. All right, first target. Down there. Let me use both hands to dig it. All right, I've got the targets right here. I don't know what it is yet. Oh, I think we're gonna find a lot of these pull tabs, old style pull tabs. All right, we'll keep looking. We got a lot more targets to dig, and that's just this little area. Next target, a big bolt, iron. Okay, next target is right there. All right, I can see the target. Not sure what it is. It's a little chunk of aluminum. I think that one was ringing up really good. It's like cast aluminum. All right, that was pretty close to the surface. All right, next target is right there. I don't know if it is a wheat penny, but if it is, it is a wheat penny. Whoops, I dropped it. This thing, let me turn this off. This thing, so because it's so old, I can almost guarantee that this was here while the movie was filmed. I think, it looks like 1930 something. Let me see if I can get a better date off of it. I cannot get a date off of that. It says 19 and then blank blank. Maybe 1930s. I know that some people that are really good with coins can actually identify these things by the back, what year it is. So if anybody knows, let me know. And let's keep digging. That's awesome. Wheat penny. Here we have our fourth hole. It's in the plug. Let's see if we can find it here on camera. There is something right there. Oh, it's just a little piece of metal. Okay. All right, 2 or 3 targets later, I went ahead and dug this, and I don't know if I can show it on camera, if it's going to even show up. It looks like right here is like a piece of dirt that something was absolutely laying on for many years, and it looks like it could be the indentation of a coin. So I'm kind of thinking there's a coin in here. Let's see. There's definitely something in here. There's a coin right there. It's another green penny. It's another wheat penny. This one's in better shape. You could probably get a date off of it. Looks like 1940 or 1949. Oh, that is 1929. It's a 1929 penny here in the front yard of the Short Circuit House. How cool is this? All right, the next target right next to it, this is a quarter, I think, but I don't think it's silver. That is 1984. And it seems like it was in the ground for a pretty long time. I would almost bet that this was here when the movie was filmed. That quarter was right next to the 1929 penny, which was right here. All right, the very next target after the quarter, another coin. This is a penny, but it's not a wheat penny. Let's see. That one is 1980. This is so awesome. All right, again, that was just cherry-picked targets to about here and over. I want to go over it one more time, just in case there's more targets in the same holes. All right, we got one last cherry-picked target. It's right there. Yep, it's a coin. And that's a modern penny. You can see that this penny is corroded, which means it's 1982 or newer. And it looks like 1990 or 1999 there. All right, I'm now detecting the next section of yard from like where the detector is over to about there. We got our first target here, and there is a coin. Let's see what it is. I think it's a penny. It's an old penny. It's an oldie, I think. Nope, not too old. I think it's a 1986. Might be a 1980, 1986. All right, this one was pretty deep, and I saw it pop out. I think it's like a washer or something. I'm not sure what that is. It's like a copper ring. It's green like that. I think it's a copper fitting. It was really deep too. I mean, the deepest target so far in this yard, it was probably 8 inches down. Next target is just oh, that's a modern quarter. And you know what? I know they've been out for a year or two already, but this is the first one I'm actually seeing. Really don't use cash too much anymore. That's pretty cool. The new quarter design. Well, new for me. Cool. This one here, I just shoved the knife in, pried it up, and I put my fingers in. I feel a coin, but I don't know what it is yet. Ooh, that's a dime. Let's see if I can get a date. It's not silver, so it's newer than 1963. That is 1999, I think. All right, my hand is shaking. I'll show everybody where it is located in relation to the house. This is the first one I'm ever finding. This is probably the best thing I've ever found on this channel as far as metal detecting goes, if it is what I think it is, and I'm pretty sure it is. You guys can see that, right? That is silver. I think it's a barber dime. 1907 barber dime. I knew I was gonna find silver here, but I didn't think it would be something so old. Holy cow, I'm not gonna rub this. Guys, this is the best thing I've ever found. Metal detecting, period. This is what's called a bucket lister for a lot of people, and that's in really good shape. It looks like it was dropped yesterday. Wow. Okay, that is awesome. As far as value goes, I will try to put it on the screen for you, but this is going directly to the owner, along with any other silver I may find. And it's funny because it's right here next to the fence where Stephanie was sitting against her back against the fence looking up at number 5 when she first saw the alien robot, the alien. Look at that. Holy cow, barber dime. Never found one before until today. Awesome. Got a lot more targets to go and only so much daylight. Right here is where I found the 1907 barber dime, and then right next to it, right over here, there's this area that's kind of like flattened out a bit. There's more moss. It seems sunken down a little bit. And I dug down and I'm getting a signal everywhere. So I think that might be concrete with rebar. I'm not sure, but there's a layer on top of it. It looks like wood, like old wood on top of like maybe a concrete slab. So I'm gonna let the owner know about that. He said if there's anything I find, let him know. So I'll let him know about that. All right, this place is just coin after coin. Very rare for metal detecting on this channel, just because this yard has never been detected before. I found all those wheat pennies like right there. That was like the first thing I dug. So I knew that after that, I knew that this whole yard had a great potential for awesome stuff. And I just found another coin here. This is obviously a penny. Oh yeah, now I can see Lincoln on it. Looks like 1989. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dig and dig and dig. I'm pretty sure the more targets I dig, the better chance I'm gonna have of finding more wheat pennies and silver and relics and things. So any more stuff like this, I'll just skip it and you'll just see the good stuff from now on. All right, 3 targets later, there's a wheat penny. Looks like, let me get a date for you. I think in 1920s, no, 1944. 1944. So this reminds me a lot of something when I was in the military. I think it was a rucksack strap, like an older style one. Nothing that I had to use. This was like more like World War II era. I think that's what that is. It's in 2 separate pieces. The little pin probably broke out of it. But that's definitely an old, pretty old, mid-20th century military clip of some sort. Like a thing to hold your rucksack strap together. All right, didn't find too much from here up to here, but right now I found another coin. I think it might be a wheat penny. Right now it's on the knife here. Let's go ahead and grab it and see what it is. It is a wheat penny. Let's see if we can get a date. Ooh, this one is pretty old. I think it's a 35 or 36. Oh, is that a 1915? That is a 1918, I think. Wow. That's almost as old as that silver dime. Probably our second best find right there. Awesome. All right, I just detected from like where the bucket is to the foundation, all the way over, and then down into this area where that old staircase is. And right over here, I was smacking a lot of really good targets here, but unfortunately I found this. If you don't know what that is a molten piece of aluminum. What that means is a lot of these targets may be molten aluminum just like this, but we won't know until we dig them. These targets that I have marked are just the like cherry-picked targets. There's a lot more metal in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dig these and we'll see what we find. All right, I'm not 100% sure what this is. Thought it was a quarter at first, but it's not a quarter. Is it a locket, maybe? I don't know, I'm taking a closer look at this thing and try to figure out what that is. I don't know what that is. Interesting. All right, the sun is setting. It's starting to get dark and I'm just finishing up the front yard and this little area over here. There's not too many targets over there. Well, I mean, there's not too many great targets over there. There's only like maybe 5 or 6 that I'm gonna dig. But right here underneath this tree shrub here, I found a coin and it looks old. I think it's gonna be a wheat penny. 1940 something. I think it's 1940 actually. So that's a wheat penny for sure. Maybe 1946. That's cool. There's a target here. Looks like modern trash. Not 100% sure what that is. Oh, it's a lock. Master lock. It's just a broken lock. Like a combination lock or something. Okay. I wasn't expecting too much over here just because of how trashy I know it's going to be. But we'll dig what we got and then we'll move to the side of the house. All right, just to give you an example of how trashy this area is. So I don't have the volume on my pinpointer, but if you listen closely, you can hear. everywhere there's a signal. Everywhere I look, there's a signal. So kind of tough to find targets in an area like that. All right, here alongside the house on this hill where he found those clay marbles and stuff, the owner, I found only a few targets, and I was wondering why until I dug my first target, and you can see there's a whole bunch of like rocks and stuff down in here. I actually found a key. I think that's an old GM key. I'm not sure exactly. Pretty sure it's an old car key, which makes sense because the parking lot is right here. So I only found a few targets here on the hill, and the sun is actually setting over the hill here. We probably got another half hour of light. Okay, here on the back of the house, just starting in, I think I found another wheat penny. Is that a wheat penny? What is that? Oh, that's an Indian penny. That's an Indian head cent. Let me get a date off of it. This is absolutely older than, what is it, 1909. So this should be 1908 or older. So unfortunately, at least not right now, I cannot get a date on it, but it does look pretty darn old. I don't know if there's any signifiers on the back to tell what year it could be or what date range it could be, but I would guess 1800s. That may be the oldest thing we found so far, right here next to this old wagon road. All right, here's something really interesting I found at the back of the house. Looks like an old handle with like some kind of a leaf ornament on it. Maybe it's a part of a, I don't know, an old flower pot or a cabinet or something. I have no idea. It's pretty old though. That's cool. It's an old relic. Okay, so right now I am standing, you can see this shot from the movie when number 5 falls down into the chicken coop. I'm detecting back here and I'm getting some trashy targets, just, you know, normal junk that you would normally pass over if you're not cherry picking. Maybe I'll dig a few just from this area just to see what we get. And then the rest of the yard, we started on this side. We went all the way around the house. Back there's where we found the Indian head penny. Back here, there was that weird relic. Nothing much back here. And then right here, the owner told me that he was burning a lot of stuff here and throwing trash around the ground. So he said it would be a lot of junk around here. So we might actually skip this for this trip. Maybe on the next trip, I might detect here and spend the whole time here just digging every single target, because this could take an entire week, just this one area, right? So I'm 100% happy with what we got so far. We'll finish up right here and then we'll see what we get. All right, directly below where number 5 fell, I found this. I don't know what it is. It doesn't say Nova on it, which is the military company that built number 5. But it's definitely an interesting little piece. I'm not 100% sure what it is. It feels pretty heavy. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a piece of number 5. Right here in the ground, under the balcony, I found big heavy lead. I'm pretty sure it's a fishing weight. If I'm wrong, you can correct me in the comments there. I found a little bit of trash here. Just some screws and nail and... All right, the same hole where I found that fishing weight thing. This is different. It looks like a clip of some sort. And it looks old because it's like green. Definitely looks really old. I don't know what that is. I'm sure somebody knows what this is, so definitely let us know in the comments. That's interesting. I don't want to rub it in case there's writing on it. I don't see any writing on it, but that's cool. It might be an old money clip, or a tie clip or something. Who knows? That's cool. All right, right next to the clip thing, which is right here, I found a coin. It's still on the plug. It's not silver, at least I don't think so. I think it's another penny. That's gonna be a wheat penny, I think. Oh, it's hard to see. Oh, that looks like a Canadian penny. Or is that a dime? I've seen leaves on the back. What is this? That is it's a Canadian penny is what that is. I wonder if I can get a date off of it. Is that 1952? Oh, 1953 to 2002. I'm not familiar with my Canadian coins, but that one's not too old, although it looks really old. Cool. Here's a cool find. That is an old harmonica reed. Right there. That was under the ground right here as well. Cool. I haven't found one of those in years. That's a really good target. All right, this is interesting. I think this is one of those things for like respiratory medical device. I think Mikey from the Goonies had one of these actually. The Goonies house is like not too far that way. Cool. So when this one popped out of the ground, my heart almost jumped out of my chest. I thought it was a silver dollar, but it's actually just an old, lid. All right, guys, I have everything laid out here. All the good stuff, all the coins, I should say, are over there. All the relics and stuff from good to bad are over here. So, all right, let's zoom in a bit here. You can see we found just your basic trash nails, some other trash, different things, harmonica reed, some interesting relics here. We're getting more interesting as we go. This key, this old World War II, I think, military rucksack strap clip. Still not sure what this thing is. It looks like there might be writing on it, but I don't know. As far as the coins go, we got 50 cents and quarters, modern quarters. We got 2 dimes and 10 Lincoln pennies. We got 1 Canadian penny from 2002. We got 5 wheat pennies. The oldest one is 1918. We got our Indian head penny and our 1907 Barber dime. Just flipped them over to get a look at the back of them. Here's what the backs look like of those 2 coins, and that is a 1907 S. You can see the S mint mark at the bottom there. I'm not sure if that's a super valuable date or not, but either way, to me it doesn't matter, and I'm sure the owner doesn't care either. This is going to be part of the house now, part of the history of this house. And then this thing here, turns out this is, I didn't know what kind of lock it was. I never saw one before. So I was like turning it around and looking at it, but I could hear something inside of it. I don't know what's in there. And so what I'm gonna do is on my other channel, I will link it below and I will link the video right here. If you guys want to see what's inside this lock, definitely check out my other channel, and I'm also going to be doing a walkthrough and walk around of the short circuit house on that channel. So thanks again everybody for watching this video all the way through. It's probably a long one, but hopefully I can edit it down to a watchable length. And big thanks to the owner for giving me permission to metal detect this historic and famous house here in Astoria, Oregon, the short circuit house. So cool. And if you guys want to see the tour of the house and what's in that little lock, definitely check out my other channel. Don't forget to subscribe over there. Subscribe to this channel if you like this video. Hit the thumbs up button. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, you're one of the 42% that actually watched the entire video. So thanks so much for that. It really helps the show. Also, huge thanks to all of my Patreon supporters and channel members scrolling right here. If you like this video, definitely consider subscribing, hitting the like button, and also checking out the video I have linked right over there. It's very relevant to what you just watched, and thanks for watching.